Today we're talking about a really cool concept that you can use to create really modern sounding grooves. Let's get started. What's happening, guys? Welcome into the channel. My name as always is Dave Major, and if you're brand new here, please do consider hitting subscribe, hitting like and sharing these videos around because it really does help. Now, today's lesson is obviously not coming from my studio, so it's a little bit different. This is my quarantine dining room office area because we are still in lockdown in Scotland, so I can't really get to the studio and film videos. I think that'd be totes inappropriate. So what I'm going to do is just share you a little excerpt from a lesson you can find on my website, davemajormusic.com. Now, that's my online lesson website where you can find courses and practice tools and practice ideas that I've been using to grow my own playing exponentially over the last 10 years. This lesson is actually available entirely for free on there as well. Head there, grab it for free, you don't need to pay anything, don't need to do anything, go and grab the full thing. Now, the excerpt for today comes from a lesson called groove spacing, and it's a really cool concept I use to create or think about grooves differently, and I really know you're going to dig it. If you do want to check out the full lesson, head on over to the lesson library. You can just add that to your cart. It's totally free. For now, check out this video, and I'll see you next week. Take care. So by spacing, I mean the space or the amount of notes from that first kick drum to that first snare drum. So usually the kick drum's on 1, usually the snare drum, easy for me to say, is on 2, and if you're playing an 8th note rock groove, you're actually doing a spacing of 4 because there are 4 16th notes. Check it out. One, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da, da 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 da. So if you're playing a song like a funk bit, and you've got maybe a bass line going, do 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 do, you've got a spacing of 4 notes. The next spacing in my head is 6, so that would be something like a halftime shuffle. So you've got dun. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And then we've got a spacing of 8 notes, which is that kind of funky, it's kind of glitch dubstep. It's also like a really slow halftime where you start filling in the gaps. So you've got like gap. So to me, grooves that you're going to play are going to fall into those 3 categories: a space of 4, a space of 6, and a space of 8. So when you start thinking about a spacing of notes, you really only have to think about what notes could I fit into that. So then it opens up the possibilities of maybe using some unorthodox stickings or unusual combinations of kicks and lefts and rights, and always landing a backbeat on number 2 with your left or your right hand. Now this, to me, when I thought of this unlocked all that JP Bouvet stuff, all those kind of funky Garstka things, and all those unusual grooves that don't conform to the kind of 8th note chucking away on the hi-hats. Let's talk about a spacing of 4 notes using singles. Now this is really actually quite common. You play maybe singles up on the hi-hat. You think about it, well, we could take that and move it somewhere else. So we get all sounds great, all sounds cool. It's a really nice way of thinking about a single stroke roll groove, you know, single-handed 16th notes, if you start moving it around, chucking in the ghost notes. Nothing too fancy, nothing too unusual so far. But let's think slightly bigger. What do we know that is 4 notes long? So obviously singles, doubles as well, inverted doubles. You've got flam taps, they would work. My favorite is the paradiddle. So a paradiddle works because it's a spacing of 4 notes from the 1, and then on the 5th note, or the 2, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, it is a left hand. It goes right, left, right, right, left. Well, now we can play a cool groove. This is why a paradiddle groove works. So we've got that. Okay, well then every single paradiddle that you play, that can be inverted another 3 times. Stick control exercise 5, 6, 7 and 8 from the first page are the 4 inversions of a paradiddle. And Stick Control is a great book, obviously. It's been used for almost 100 years, give or take. But those first 13 exercises, that's where I think the real good sauce is. And 5, 6, 7 and 8 are inverted paradiddles. So what we could do is take an inverted paradiddle, the first one, or the second one if you want to think about it like that, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. Okay, so that was right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, and that creates quite a cool, unusual groove that conforms to a spacing of 4. There's another course on the site which is all about paradiddles, and it's about using different combinations of paradiddles in unusual ways that you've probably not thought of. So go check that out, because that is basically all that stuff that I always play in a spacing of 4. The other one that I like to do is to use right-left kick, okay? So we've talked about this before. Right-left kick is a really important thing to be able to do. But let's play it as a groove. And now that means that we have to find out where the 5th note is, and it gives us a backbeat. So right, left, kick, right, left, and works so well. So you get this.